basically, to break it down into student-friendly language, what we're going to do here, ideally, when we leave, you will be equipped with some strategies to help you relax, take a break, let go of some stress, and practice healthy habits. That's the goal. If we're paying attention and take it seriously, I hope you do. Mindfulness, what do you think it is? What do you guys think when you hear the word mindfulness? Like, how would you define that word? Ethan?
Like being aware of what's around you so that you can understand like maybe what someone else is feeling and you're kind of are able to sense that and maybe help out.
Okay, being aware of your surroundings. Daryl?
Like how your actions will affect others.
Okay, so you said you said, say it again.
How your actions can affect others. Like,
But I feel like you're missing something at the beginning of that. Maybe being aware. Being aware.
Being aware of how your actions.
Okay. Daryl said being aware of how your actions can affect others. Yes, Riley.
Being mindful to someone, like kind of like you're listening, you're paying attention to them, you're trying to understand what they're saying.
Yeah, just paying attention to the present moment. Yeah, very good. There's no wrong answers there. I looked it up. Here's like a textbook definition. If the screen will respond. Maybe not. Maybe if I click the space bar. Mindfulness is focusing on the present while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings and thoughts. That would be your feelings and thoughts, right? So mindfulness is first focused on you, your thoughts and feelings. I heard what both of you guys said, Riley and Ethan, sort of sounded a little bit like leaning towards empathy, which is great. But first you kind of have to understand, you gotta reflect and understand your own thoughts and feelings before you can try and understand someone else's. But here's a big myth and misconception about mindfulness, that it is emptying all thoughts. Mindfulness is not clearing your mind of all thoughts. It is not. That's a big misconception. Okay? It's okay to have thoughts. We all have a lot of thoughts throughout the day, right? Some of us, our minds race more than others. I know exactly what that's like, right? Any teacher knows exactly what that's like. You have a to-do list a mile long. And you're like, I gotta get through this, I gotta get through this, I gotta get through this. I've heard Ethan talk about, how stressed he can be with some of his schoolwork. I'm sure some of you have experienced the same thing, like a to-do list, and you feel like it never ends. And that, unfortunately, is life. There's just not enough hours in a day. So mindfulness can sort of help with that. Like those feelings of feeling like I can't accomplish everything I need to. It's okay not to accomplish everything in one day. Sometimes you just need to take a break, step back, so the board doesn't seem to be responding. Okay. All right, so here's like a simple definition for mindfulness. Just keep your mind where your feet are. That's just another way of saying be present in the here and now, right? So another way of unpacking that is be where your feet are at. Okay, so be where your feet are at. Like mentally, like I say this a lot to students when I take roll. I'm like, are you here? Okay, you're here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I'm paying attention. Well, you're here physically, but I need you to be here mentally as well. So you're all physically sitting in the chair, but you're not all mentally here. So sometimes our minds race to the past, right? Right? How many of you think about what happened yesterday? Some of you are probably doing it right now, right? We have a tendency to like want to rehash the past. Oh my gosh, you would not believe what happened yesterday, and you can't get it out of your mind. Then, some of you, your mind races towards the future. And you're like, oh my gosh, I got this going on tomorrow. I'm so nervous about it. Or maybe it's like you're just so excited about something that's going to happen tomorrow. You're excited about Christmas break. So human beings, we have a tendency to race, our mind will race ahead to the future, or it'll replay something that's happened in the past. Mindfulness is just reminding yourself to be where your feet are at. So say like when you get really frustrated or nervous or your heart's racing, your mind's racing, you can take a deep breath and remind yourself, okay, I'm a 7th grade student, I'm doing already middle school, I'm here in school. Just be present in the present moment. And you can, and I mean, I'm gonna get to the strategies, but one strategy is to simply kind of verbally repeat those things and remind yourself of just be present in the present moment. If you feel yourself racing into the future or rehashing the past. Yes, Sebastian.
School is making you stress for something.
Then you can take a break from the current setting. Right, if you're in an environment that's making you feel stressed, I feel pretty confident that every teacher, if you were able to express that, every teacher would allow you to take a break in the hallway. You could practice the mindfulness strategies in the hallway. Remove yourself from the environment that's stressing you out. So, here's our agenda. We'll see if we can get through it. We're going to practice 4 different relaxation techniques or mindfulness strategies. They're called headphones, snail gymnastics, 1 minute of silence, and river of cares. All right, you're going to just really briefly, for your own benefit, so that you can do the activity again, right? Because it's not meant to be in isolation. It's not meant to be a one-time thing. Do it, done, it's over, I'll never do it again. I hope that, and there's so many different ways to practice mindfulness, I hope that you just take it with you and remember to come back to maybe one of these, or maybe you try another strategy. But we are going to just list the steps, and you are going to hold on to it so that you have it as a reminder in the future. Okay? You're going to write down some thoughts about how each technique helped you, or maybe how you feel like it could help you in the future. All right, so the first one, let me pass out this sheet. First activity, strategy we're going to try on is called headphones, right? We're all familiar with wearing headphones, and take a look at the picture on the screen. That's a good indication of what you're going to be doing here. So you do need to clear your desk, okay? You do have to clear your desk because you're going to need to prop your elbows up on your desk and lean forward. It's going to be hard if your desk is completely full of stuff. Okay. Headphones. You're gonna put some headphones on. Not literally, but metaphorically. Well, exactly. Chase, I'm glad you said that. So, all right, you can write your name on this, but this is gonna be yours to keep. So all you need out on your desk right now is a writing utensil. You do need, I didn't mean literally, not literally, no headphones, but I appreciate the comment that Chase made, because she said, well, that's what I do when I get stressed, put on headphones. And Matt went to put in his earbuds. And I see that a lot. Students do want to put in their earbuds and listen to music when they're feeling stressed. Absolutely nothing wrong with that outside of school. But the idea is similar, right? You kind of want to block out the noise. You want to block out the stress. So that's the idea with this strategy called headphones. Alright, so what you're going to do, let's practice it first. Let's practice it first. Alright, Alexia, come on, pay attention to what we're doing, please. We're going to practice it first, and then we'll write down the steps. Alright, so, I know you know how to do it, but it's about trying it on. Alright, so prop your elbows up on your desk. You might even want to like scoot your chair back a little bit so you don't want to be all jammed up. Hold your hands over your ears just like this kid. And close your eyes. Listen. So mindfulness doesn't work while talking. So close your eyes for a minute.
Wake up. Pay attention, please.
And listen. Maybe there's a noise outside the room. Maybe it's your own breathing, maybe it's your own heart. So that was 1 minute. That felt like 5 minutes. How did that feel? Boring? It's okay. Be honest. Felt like you were in a different place?
No, if you were in a different place, you were outside.
So you need to be in a quiet environment.
Like, I don't know, maybe you're like,
Oh, okay. Okay. Ethan said being in an environment outside where you can hear birds and trees and the wind.
I can hear the wind. It was the air conditioner.
What sounds did you hear?
I heard the air
The air conditioner? The heat? You heard
heater?
the heat? Yeah, I hope it wasn't the air conditioner.
Yeah, right.
It was like I heard my hand.
The
You
heater.
heard your what?
My hand.
You heard your hand? Did anyone hear their heart beating?
No,
Yeah.
this is my hand.
That's good. A rare moment of silence. So why don't you, let's just focus on the box inside the box where it said, how did this help? How do you think this strategy helped? Or how do you think it could help? So just the box inside the box. How do you think this strategy helped you or could help you in the future? You don't need to do it exactly like this. Can any of you see yourself using a strategy like this in class? Just at your desk? No. You don't feel comfortable telling your teacher, hey, I need to take a break, can I just have a minute? No one's gonna know any different, it's just gonna look like you're putting your hands over your ears.
I do this all the time, and I always put my hand like.
All right, raise hands. Raise hands. Ethan was talking, and then David, you can share.
like, if I'm stressed, usually, I don't like, try to like, and avoid it, I usually am like, alright, I'm gonna do this, and then I usually like, in my head, I'm like, alright, what do I have to do here? Make like a list or stuff, like, that's what I do.
Okay.
And that really helps, like, to kinda like get everything organized, and know that you're going to, that's what I like.
Okay, making lists. David, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, when I do this strategy, no one's gonna notice
How
because
could it help?
because no matter what I do, I'm always like leaning against my arm all the time. So
What?
So you do this already?
yeah, I like to move my arm like this, and also no one will notice.
Okay. How do you think it could help, Daryl?
It calms you down.
Calms you down? Yeah, absolutely. Now, did any of you have thoughts that popped into your head during that minute? Yes? Well, not. Zayden, did you have thoughts that popped into your head during that minute? And I didn't need to know specific thoughts. My only point was that we can't just clear our mind of thoughts, even for 1 minute. That's very hard. We have thoughts that pop into our head, and that's okay. Miss Flynn?
And I noticed from sitting back here, there's a lot of you that have a hard time sitting still for 1 minute.
Yes, very true.
Just to sit back and relax. You guys had a hard time. It takes practice though.
It does. It does. So, if you could just, look, all you gotta really say is prop your elbows up, hold hands over your ears, close your eyes, and listen. Those are the steps here. You can do this anywhere. At any time. I'm just giving people 1 minute to get the steps. So the next strategy is called snail gymnastics. So for those of you that have a hard time sitting still, you'll like the next activity. It allows you to stand up. Can I move on, guys? No. But how quickly does a snail move? Daryl? Very slow. Very slowly. So that's going to be the point, to move very slowly. See how well you can do this. Snail gymnastics. Alright, so first we're going to try it on. We're going to put it into practice. Stand up, push in your chair, and stand behind your chair. Stand up. Alright, stand up, guys. Stand up, push in your chair, stand behind your chair. I need you guys to be quiet. So, Matt, I do hear some people that are already reading what's on the board. That's good. So, the whole idea is that we're going to be quiet while we do this activity. So, as a way to help you get quiet and focused, try and take 3 deep belly breaths. Try and take 3 deep breaths from your belly. Calmly, like just breathe. Try and take 3 deep breaths. Calmly and quietly. Okay, now we're going to move at a snail's pace. Stretch your arms high into the air, but let's see who can do it the slowest.
Oh, me.
Are your arms going up? I can't stretch as high as I used to. There's no prize. See if you can touch the ceiling, Jack. Still going up? Alright. Wow. Some of you are really good at this. This could go on for the rest of the advisory. Stay standing. No, stay standing. Alright. Next one. It says snail gymnastics, plural. So now we're going to make a big circle
Jalen.
with, I guess, both arms. So
Can you explain to me what that just
I
was?
guess you could do it like this. Come together. Or you could do both arms.
It's gonna be on the video.
Basically, you're making a big circle with either one or both arms. As slowly as you can. Okay?
Yeah, you need to
Are we
walk around. You
practicing?
walk around like this.
Make a big circle with both arms as slowly as you can. Alright? Start at the hips.
Like, what do you think she's gonna say?
But with your arms. With your arms. You're making a big circle with your arms. Whatever it looks like to you. It could look differently to each person.
Isn't my big circle?
Alright. Next gymnastics activity. So, again, no, without talking. Does not involve talking. Nowhere in the directions does it say, turn and talk to a neighbor. Now make small circles with both arms. So like kind of like this. But as slowly as you can. You could go one backwards, one forwards. Just move at a snail's pace. You can stretch in any way that you want at a snail's pace. Now sit down as slowly as you can. As slowly as you can. Okay, very good job. We have some great snails in this classroom. So, can you please write down some thoughts about how this may have helped you, or how this could possibly help you? And I did hear a really good question from Matt. Matt was basically saying, if I do this in class, if I just stood up and started doing this in class, my teacher's going to redirect me and say, well, what are you doing? You're off task, sit down. So I said, well, you would ask to take a break first, right? If you feel yourself racing into the future or rehashing the past, if you feel yourself like having in need of a moment, you can ask to take a break, go out in the hallway, no more than 2 minutes, and you can practice this. Or, like Ethan said, well, I have a strategy that I use that I know already works for me. Then go with that. I'm not saying these are the only strategies, but what I'm doing is trying to reinforce that you can take a step back, right, and practice different mindfulness strategies or techniques. So how could this help you? What are some things what are some thoughts that popped into your head? Daryl?
Kind of gets your blood rushing, so I guess like.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, just getting your blood going, just standing up and moving around ever so slowly is a good thing. How else could this help you? Ethan?
I kind of see it as like a distraction, so you're doing this like those motions to kind of, distract you from all the stress, and then maybe while you do that, so like, you could think about how you can succeed in what you can do to be successful and like what you're doing. Because I know that a lot of times it's like a lot of schoolwork that's stressing you out, or
Yeah.
there's like a big assignment that you have to do, and like it's like these hand motions can kind of relieve some of that, and maybe like you can think about, all right, I can do this, I can
Yeah.
succeed, and think about how I can.
Okay. No, I really like what he said. He said it's kind of a distraction to maybe temporarily get your mind off of whatever is causing you stress. And, after you do it, it can allow you to get refocused. Like, I feel good. That was a good little break. Now I can get refocused on what I need to do. Anyone else? What are your thoughts just in general about that activity?
Left something to be desired.
Okay. It left something to be desired. What do you think? What did you feel needed to happen in addition?
It just felt
Really boring? That's totally fine. They started thinking about art.